What is up, Cal fans? We are back with another episode of California Golden Bearcast. It's 2025. Fall camp has started. A new season is among us, and we're still a proud partner of the Blue Wire Podcast Network. My name is Andy. Alongside me is Rob. We are 1 year older. We are 1 year wiser. Are we foolish enough again to believe in the mythology of Cal football ascending to the top of the Atlantic Coast Conference and winning a national title? What do you think, Rob?
At the very least, I've already done that in a video game, so we know we know it's possible.
Small flex, my friends. Goodness. Let me just dust off that shoulder for you.
Yeah, we know it's possible.
Who is your quarterback?
It was Jaron. Because I mean, it was dynasty mode, or it's like it's dynasty mode, right? So I wanted to play the young guy so that he develops and then gets that stat boost in the next year.
Did we get College Game Day?
I don't think they have that detail in the game, so I actually have been I was talking to Avi about this. Like, would it be possible? Is there any version of this season's timeline where we would get game day again? And it doesn't look likely. Barring like us being like 8-0 or 9-0.
I disagree on that. Well, okay, look. No, I don't necessarily. I haven't looked at it that much, but I do think the early schedule, I could see a world in which we're 4-0.
I know, but
see a world in which Cal is 5-0, and then you have that Duke game, with Duke coming to town. But I don't know what that would be up against.
Yeah, we saw there were some heavy hitters in that Duke. Like, that Duke game would have to be like us 4-0, 5-0, and them also undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, that might be it, but that's like a very, very slim chance.
We had our fun. I am so okay not rooting for game day to happen again. Like, not that I would be upset, be great, but I'm okay. Like, I don't have to have another game day.
I don't need to have game day every year, but it would be nice. It would be nice
every other year.
No, it would be nice to have it every so often.
What?
Like, yeah.
We need
like
to
every so often. I can't put an arbitrary like time on it, like 3 years or 5 years or 7 years. But I mean, every once in a while, I think it'd be cool to have. It's a unique experience.
You think we could? The biggest question I'd have is, like, do you think we could hold down sort of that reputation? Like, do you think we could top the first time and make it a second statement? I'm not sure.
I think so, because I mean, once again, it depends on when they come again, right? Because this first time around, like, that's the discussion we had after game day came the first time, right? The first time they were here wasn't about the football. It was more about the moment. And their first...
It was about the football.
Like,
you're just saying it was like more about like the fact that they had never been here?
Yeah, it wasn't like we were 2-2, like, it wasn't about them coming about...
Whoa.
Or 2-1. We were 2... Yeah.
2-1 or 3-1?
We had lost to Florida. We had lost to Florida State. Yeah, we're 3-1. 3-1. Yeah.
Because it was gonna be 4-0.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, it wasn't because we were good that they arrived. It was because Miami was the top 10 team. We were decent, and then the schedule also just panned out where there weren't any really marquee games, and also like they had never been to Berkeley before, and so all of that kind of came together and created this pressurized moment for them to come to Berkeley for the first time. I do think because they've been here now, the next times that they come, they'll be coming because Cal is good. Like, that's the reason they'll be coming, right? Whether Cal's like 4-0 or 5-0 or 6-0, so on. Like, I don't think they'll be coming back just because like we're hosting the number one team in the country.
Yeah.
Like, it would have to be because we are good as well. So I don't know when that'll happen, but what I'm saying is, if that's the reason they're coming back is because Cal football is good, then I think the showing of fans showing up to game day will be just as hyped because people are going to be excited. You know?
It's an interesting time. Am I a fair weather fan now, Rob? I'm asking myself a lot of existential questions today.
I mean, it's only August 11th. It's really only August 11th. Like we scheduled to do this pod last week, like last Wednesday-ish. So you've only really been thinking about Cal football for like 5 days.
I told Diana that. She's like, I don't believe you. She's right.
She's probably right.
She's right.
Yeah. You might not have actively thought about it, but it might have been in your dreams somewhere. Some deep subconscious thoughts.
Oh, well, I mean, first of all, let me give a quick plug here because I don't think we have recorded since I've done this, but I went to the Lair of the Bear.
Yes. The retreat site.
Camp.
Yeah.
That place is unbelievable.
Is it really nice? I get those emails all the time.
Oh, and the second we pulled up, within an hour, I was like, I should have tried to work here when I was a student. After the week, we're going every year. I mean, it's not even a question.
You're dead set on it now.
It is unreal. And for those listening, if you go, just know that I had a phenomenal time. And if you haven't gone or consider going, it's hard for me to imagine a better place to bring a family. And you don't have to have a family by any means. So Rob,
but it's family friendly.
Oh my gosh. With kids, It's the biggest no-brainer in the world. There's daycare for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening every single day.
Amazing.
Every single day.
Amazing.
I played pickleball. I played softball. We did archery. I went kayaking in a lake. I went swimming in a lake. Went hiking around the lake. I went to a wine and cheese sunset tasting. Did yoga. There's basketball tournament, volleyball. Dude, it was the greatest time. And all the while, again, don't have to be a Cal person. I don't know why you listen to this podcast if you're not, but if you happen to not be one, there are people up there from UCLA. There's others that knew someone that went and they found out about it and didn't have an association to Cal. There's other people that were from the area. It was a phenomenal time. So shout out to the staff there. They're unbelievable. They don't all go to Cal, but a lot of them do. And actually, I'm hoping to bring one of the staffers on to the friend of the pod segment because she works with the football team.
Oh, cool.
And so it was really great to have a chance to connect with her and hear about, dude, shout out to, I think Mike is the guy that I worked with to help us go in week 3 or week 2. And we will be back. So that's my big plug. I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to shout out that place. It is truly a very special place that, it should be sold out every single week because there aren't enough opportunities like that to get out and be present and be with your family.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Cal alum, you definitely have gotten those emails before. It's
been around me my whole life. And then once I got there, I was like, how did I not do this? It's so funny. It was the absolute best. And everyone's just oh, man, I could go on and on. Yeah, I also almost threw my back out immediately by doing inner tube water polo. It was it's they call us campers, so it's campers versus staff. So I'm mid 30-year-old camper.
Sure, but your competitive nature just comes out.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh yeah, put me in. And it's 4 quarters. I did 1, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. It's good. I think we only did 2 of the 4 quarters because our camp. I need to recruit. I need to get some.
People are just tapping out after every quarter.
So I'm there all week, just soaking in the vibes. We have the final softball game. Blue versus gold is the tradition. Perfect. And who is there? Mike Tepper.
What?
Who was on the team when I worked with the team.
Sure.
I said, Mike? And he's like, oh. And we caught up. doing great. Met his family. Um, somewhat similar. I don't want to just, obviously he doesn't know I was going to talk about it on the podcast. So, but like similar career path to mine, and it was awesome. And I hadn't seen him. I went to Diana. I was like, I have not seen Mike since my junior year of college. So that's 2009. No, 2000.
Wait, so he was working, or he was there as a camper too?
No, as a camper.
Oh wow! And you didn't cross paths there until the softball game.
No, because he's blue camp, and don't even get me started. There's like blue, and then we were gold camp, and then there's Oski camp, and the only time blue and gold have like an athletic rivalry. And I just was like, I'm just gonna wax anyone that wants to play pickleball. That's like my main goal. I was like, I'll just wreck anyone that wants to play pickleball. So we won the pickleball championship. Di and I did. So we have little trophies. And,
there you go.
There you go. Oh yeah. Softball game, I tried to hold it down. I hit a home run and made a nice play in the outfield, and we got absolutely smacked because we ended up playing against our own staff. Let me tell you.
Got it. So you basically pulled an Ohtani on the Angels.
Yo, them kids are good, man. I was talking a decent amount of smack to them. They're pretty good. I think they were like, we're gonna teach this old man a lesson.
Enjoy your sunflower seeds, old man.
Yeah. But yeah, let this be the pitch. I know a bunch of my friends that are about to have kids or listen to this, and so they know about it. And if they don't, now they do. And I'm really trying to recruit heavy for next year because, Pinecrest is on.
You're trying to bring everyone. You're trying to bring everyone to like the gold camp, so you just you're bringing in ringers because you want to win every championship you possibly can.
1,000%. 1,000%. I'm pretty sure I even told some of the people that work there. I was like, I'll be back, and I'm bringing like 6 more people. So get ready, like start training now.
This is your Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Man, that sounds amazing though. I'm glad you and the fam had a good time.
Yeah, well, we got to get you up, Rob. Consider
All right.
yourself warned.
Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. But yeah, man, football's right around the corner. It's crazy. It's crazy. Is it weird to you? Does it feel like the summer went by faster than usual? Like, for me, it does. It feels like just football just snuck up on us.
I'm with you. I think my internal clock has changed a little bit. I now look at it as like, holy shit, it's back to school, and
yeah.
Now there's like a bunch of kids in the neighborhood, and it sounds like really old saying that, but like that's the reality. Is I think back to school hit. Yeah, I like reached out to a babysitter to try to do a last minute outside lands trip, and she was like, "Oh, I'm already back to college." I was like, "Ah, damn it." Oh man. So yeah, I mean, the nice thing though is like, you will not catch me watch preseason football in the first couple of games. Like I'll maybe watch the third. I think you're a next level football fan if you're really watching the first preseason game.
Yeah.
But like, dude, watching that little like golden era 27-minute video, I was like, oh yeah. Like I just remember this time, and like it was the best because we would come back to campus and like July 28th. So sort of like that last week of July. And then your fall camp would start. And fall camp is so fun. Like when there's that one dude in the golden era who's talking about like, man, I wish I could be out here like all day. And he's like, he's only out here for a couple hours, but he's like, I just want to be out here. That's how I felt. I was like, I wish I could do this all day. Like I eat amazing meals, go outside in the sun all day, and then I come home. Yeah, like throw footballs around, clean up. Yeah, I'm not doing anything, but like these guys are actually playing football. And then for me, since I was working, I come back to the house and like hang out with the boys and turn up a little bit and rinse and repeat. And like you're just like, it's awesome. Like I mean, for me, it's way easier. Like I don't have to do any of the things they had to do. So I just remember it so fondly. And also the thing that's really fun with fall camp is you get all the gear. So what we would do as an equipment staff is instead of I don't know if this is still the case, but we would stagger it over the course of camp. So you kind of get a new different piece of gear every other day or so. So that was like super exciting because like even for me as equipment staff, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see like what am I get. It's going to be new shorts. It's going to be new shirt, new sweatshirt, new pant, like shoes, what have you. And by the end, you've collected. I mean, and like it's ridiculous to say this, but I play on a softball team with my buddy Bucci, who is an equipment manager, and I rock the Cal. You've seen this shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the gold Cal shirt. That was given to me in 2009, and I still wear it. I wore those sweatpants for legitimately 15 years. You would not catch me in an airport without wearing the Cal football legit team issued sweatpants. It is, and I think that's all I have left. Maybe I have a couple sweatshirts. I think I have one sweatshirt left. My dad has one sweatshirt left. But like, man, that's unreal. Like, think about that. Like where I am in life and how long it has been. It truly has been almost 20 years.
Yeah,
and
almost
I
20
have
years. All of that stuff. It's the goods were just definitely better back then. I still have a bunch from like you got it from the team. I remember I got it from like the equipment surplus sales that they used to do back in the day.
Oh my God.
So like I still have like my the Cal football T-shirts with like the arched like California like lettering. The Tedford era ones, and so yeah, I still wear those. There's like holes in them, but like it's the most comfortable shirt that I'll wear to sleep.
Dude, the Nike stuff held up so well, and the Under Armour stuff is
did not. You and I both still own that same quarter zip, that Nike quarter zip, and we still wear it. So like
all the time.
Yeah, it's just different. But yeah, man, the fall camp vibes are always great. Like it's fun seeing like even now with like the social media clips of like they'll go like swimming, they'll like go bowling, like they'll do all the team activities, and I think
Albany Bowl.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Wait, so is it R.I.P. Because I drove by it and it still says Albany Bowl.
The building's still there, but it's closed. Like it's boarded up. Yeah.
No, but like it didn't look boarded up. I was telling Diana, I was like, Albany Bowl's closed.
Maybe someone bought it and they're renovating it, but the last time I drove by it, the windows were like all boarded up.
Oh shit, 2020.
Yeah, R.I.P. COVID did a number on that one. But, which by the way, side note, that place, like the bowling lanes, like weren't like standard. Like there were a couple lanes that were like crooked. There were a couple lanes that were like shorter than regulation too, for sure.
Rob, we didn't go to Albany Bowl to bowl. We went there to get high and fuck around. That was not the
because I remember when I was in college, like when we turned 21, we would go to Walnut Creek to Diablo Valley lanes. That's where we would go bowl because they had the better drink deals. They had the better happy hour drink deals. We wouldn't go to Albany Bowl. And Albany Bowl was always packed too, so it was just tougher to get lanes. But I mean that's back in my day.
It's permanently closed too, Rob. Look at that.
Oh, really? Is Diablo Valley? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, now I guess everyone goes to like Plank or like Round One. Those are the kind of the spots. Where's the character? What kind of country have we become?
I agree. The activities around fall camp are super fun as well. I remember playing a game with the EQ staff where we would, I think, have to check people in for breakfast. And then we would sit next to, I think, like the team, mental health coach.
Some room.
And I remember the game is you were trying to remember their names to their face as many as possible because you're meeting
a lot of people.
And think about it now, like that was back then, and that's like you're only meeting the freshmen and transfers. But like think about how hard it is now for the staff to like have to get up to speed and put those names together, names to faces, and you're talking just full teams turning over. Like that's so crazy. But I remember it was, what was our cornerback's name? Stevie, who got drafted by the Chargers.
Williams?
Steve Williams, right?
Steve Williams, yeah.
Like every time he would come in, he would check in. I forget how I know this, but like either it was like the team mental health or wellness coach would told me this, or like he would actually just write it, and he would like write it. I think he would write his name in, and he would just say, it would just like literally say like all good with a smiley face, and he would always just be wearing like dark shades, and just like every day, Steve Williams, all good. And he's like a true freshman, like just baller mentality.
That's awesome.
So dope. Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, I think that was like, when I think about like what it was, probably the peak for me of like being a part of the program. Summertime, you don't have the class load, so you're able to really dedicate yourself to it, and just like the energy on the team, and it's just really fun. Like, you just don't know what you have yet, and you're just trying to build bonds, and you got a bunch of people figuring it out, and you're right there with them. So it's awesome.
I mean, yeah, it's like this is the I saw a post by some like college football writer, and it was like a graphic of like best case scenario for each team, worst case scenario for each team, like in terms of win loss. And every single one for best case was 16-0, and every single one for worst case was 0-16. Or I'm sorry, 12-0 and 0-12. Yeah. So like, this is that time of year where everyone feels that, right? Until that first snap, it's like anything's possible. You can catch lightning in a bottle. Like this could be that year. So yeah, I totally get it. And then I've been a part of fall camps over God knows like the last few years too, like just being there out in the sun. Like, it always gets me ready for football. Like, that's where I learn all the numbers. Like, I have the roster sheet and I'm watching the plays and I'm like, okay, who's that again? All right, that's that guy. All right, that's that guy. And just remembering like who all the numbers are and the players. Sitting out in the sun, getting bad tans, sitting out in around the 40-yard line at Memorial, and just seeing the 9 a.m. practices and getting there at like 8:45, and the sun coming over the sun like just over the hill, and sometimes the overcast setting in and getting super cold, and like I think some of the best times definitely were like the late 2010s of going to those practices with some of the writer friends that I've made, Shannon, Jesse, Justice, Josh, who's a friend of the pod, like all those guys. We spent so many hours. Trace, of course, as well.
I was gonna say no Nam.
I didn't overlap with Nam because he was in LA by then. Like, he was teaching in LA, so it was those guys that we would sit there and be like, hey, who made that tackle? And you'd kind of just yell out like 14. Yeah. You'd help each other out even though you weren't like part of the same like groups. You're just second set of eyes for everyone. Shannon would bring baked goods, like
vibes are so high.
Vibes were it was so much fun. It was so much fun. But like, I think it was last fall camp. Like, I got there and it was like there was no one there. Like, it was it's so sad. Yeah. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Like, where'd everybody go?
Yeah. It's that Will Smith meme. I'm just like looking around, no furniture, no nothing. But like, we saw Coach Wilcox like first practice. He looks at me, gives me a smile. Like, I'm still unsure if he actually knows my name or not. I'm 99% sure he does. But
I think he does.
Like, he's never called me by my name, so like I don't know if he knows, but I'm pretty sure he does.
I think he does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. I mean, he looked at me last year and he was like, old face. Like,
like, he went, I know you.
Like, yeah, like I know you. Like, he went around the group and he was like, old face, old face, old face.
You know who
face.
did that to me?
Who did that to you?
Larry Baer.
No way.
Yeah, in a San Francisco restaurant. It was so it was so weird, but I think he's just like, this guy knows who I am. But he like walked in and gave me a nod like this. And like looked right at me. He's like, nod. I was like, what's up, Larry? Like, how you doing?
You got a nod of approval and acknowledgement.
Hey, he's a Cal guy. Maybe he knows. He's like, oh, that's Andy from the California Golden Bearcast.
You're a known commodity. Table set out for you at any restaurant you want.
Yeah,
just call them in. They'll just make a table for you.
Yeah, y'all don't understand the perks that come with this job. It's pretty sweet.
It's so funny. Oh my god. But yeah, we're like in the thick of it now. Fall camp's begun. Like, we saw, as you mentioned, like we saw the Golden Era video and some of that. So we've been talking about random crap for like the last 20 minutes, but I figured we could start talking about Cal football for a little bit. Like, Andy, do you have any like I think you wanted this series to come back and you were like hyped to see that first episode drop. But like, it's nice to see the work that those guys do. Val and Ezra, like, they do an amazing job with the video content for the team, and to see them do it again, like I know I 100% know like how much work it is to put those episodes out. So like,
yeah, you know better than most.
Kudos to them for wanting to do that again. You know, like at least when they did last season, they're probably like getting into it and they're like, we don't know what we got ourselves into. But like now that you did it, you did 4 weeks of it. Like, are you willing to do that much work again? And here they are, they're doing it again. So
that, and I think they've made good artistic decisions around like how to make it more engaging. I don't seem to remember the like cut out interviews as much the way that they have them now, and maybe that's just my bad memory, because definitely could be that. But I thought that like the way that they kind of set it up too, and it's like you kind of mic up the player, and then you bring him in for a confessional, if you will, and have the I think that's a Survivor term. But I love it. I mean, I think it just brings you. It does bring back a lot of nostalgia for me. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because we've already been there for 20 minutes. But on top of it, you know, I can start to pick a couple things up. Like, and I will tell you, like, call this like my way too early, very, very hot takes. But like, in my opinion, from watching that 27 minutes of very cut up footage, Jaren, in my opinion, throws a tighter ball than Devin does. Like, that's what I saw, right? And it's like, that's all I have to go off of. And then I think we saw Trevor make a really nice contested catch. So like, that was super cool to see.
My boy.
And Cade has the biggest arms of anyone I've ever seen.
Like, Cade could be a WWE wrestler. Like,
easily. He has that path for him anytime. Anytime. It's insane. It's insane. I don't even understand. I remember when Vic and Wary first came in. I probably already said this on the pod. And one of our equipment managers turns to me and goes, "That dude's never going to fumble." Because his arms were so big. Literally the biggest arms. Cade's arms are like twice as big as Vic's. Like, that's crazy. His arms are enormous. Yeah. I don't know. Rob, what are they doing in the gym? Have you asked? Has anyone asked? Has anyone gone up and asked the burning question?
Yeah,
what the hell have they been doing this offseason?
Dude, I can play the clip. I can play the Wilcox clip right now when I asked him what he said. Because I asked him,
you asked him that?
Because remember, we have to go back a little bit. We have to go back a little bit, right? Because I sent you a picture of wide receiver Desmond James and his before and after. Yeah. And then that picture exploded over the internet, within a week. And dude, what pisses me off is I was the first one to put that picture up on Twitter, right? Like, I put it up on any type of social media, and then some Arkansas account, because it's their former wide receiver, put it up, and that's the tweet that caught flames, and then got onto ESPN and got onto Yahoo Sports and got onto The Athletic. I was like, damn it. Damn it. Like, I know for a fact I was the first one to put it on there, but like, God dang it, it's because that stupid Arkansas account. But yes, that's just me yelling at the cloud. But let me pull up Wilcox's thing right now, real quick, and then we can listen to it at what he says. Because I basically asked him about that, and then asked him about Coach Novak and the job that they did, changing these guys' body types and such. So, I'm trying to fast forward. Here we go.
Coach, the strength and conditioning team kind of made national news over the last week. And can you talk about what Coach Novak has done with the team this offseason, and also were you impressed with some of their body changes when they reported for camp?
Yeah, I mean that was evident. I had to text Daz and ask him if that was AI or not. It was a legitimate question. And man, physically, we've never been healthier or looked this good. And so that's great. I mean, it's good for the players. It's good for our team. Now we got to have that translate to football, but really impressed with Coach Novak and his staff. Our players are believers, and they feel really good. They look really good. And now, again, it's about translating that to the football field.
What did Dad say about the AI? Did he say?
No, he said, no, it's legitimate. Because I was half joking, but when I saw it, I texted him. I said, is that real? Kind of half joking. I'm assuming it was. He said, oh, yeah. And that's an impressive transition. And he wasn't the only one. There was a number of guys whose bodies have changed a significant amount. Not just changed, but their conditioning, their power, their endurance, the strength levels, the power output and the weight. They track all that. So there was significant gains made.
You mentioned being healthy. Yeah. You have everybody out here at this.
So yeah, that's
man, I love that. Dude, props to you, Rob. Props to you for asking that. That's what I'm saying. Those are the questions we need to be asking.
It's hard-hitting journalism.
It is. That's what the people want to know. How did this dude get so jacked?
Coach, can you talk about the type of steroids you're using to...
HGHAI? Is that what it is? Like,
I don't know what it is, but
Oh my gosh.
It's insane. Like, and then we made national news about that, and so Cal football's making national news in a football offseason, and it's not due to a scandal. But like it's I guess it kind of is a scandal that these guys got this buff so quickly, but
and not like that our entire running back room is transferring.
Yeah, not bad news.
Thank goodness.
So yeah, it's nice to be a part of, to have seen that, and then I went to 2 practices, so seeing these guys in person, you can definitely tell. Like, even though they're wearing pads, like, you can definitely tell they bulked up, and I didn't realize how much Cade had bulked up until, as you said, that video.
Like, it looks like the Incredible Hulk.
His bicep has a bicep.
It's
like I don't understand.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's what my hand looks like if I hold and press turbo too long while playing a video game. it just crunches up, and it's just this muscle ball that I can't release anymore. But like, it looks like he's constantly flexing, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I'm excited to see the team in its entirety. And I think the thing to note from that statement that Wilcox made too, from answering that question, was this is the healthiest this team has ever been, which is huge, because he had always been dealing with someone with a lingering thing or surgery over the summer, or had missed the entirety of last season and was getting back into the groove of playing. But like, everyone's healthy except for one. He did say Nate Burrell would be out for the season, so they're figuring out. I actually tweeted that like while I was at practice that Nate Burrell was going to be out, and then a couple hours later, Nate Burrell commented underneath. He was like, "Thank you for all the support," and I was like, "Can't help it."
That's too bad.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely looks more exciting having seen that, and like, much like Andy, weirdly, I guess not weirdly, but weirdly, like, Andy doesn't go to fall practices, hasn't been in a very long time. I'm usually the one that goes to fall practice, and we talk about fall practice. We talk about what I'm seeing, and that's kind of how these podcasts go, like, in the start of the season. But the fact that they're not letting media in for practices outside of a very select few segments of a very select few practices, I have not been able to see much either. Like, I told Andy before we started recording, like, the most I've seen out of the quarterbacks throwing was that YouTube video of the Golden Era. So Andy and I have watched about the exact same amount of practice.
That's so weird. It's so weird. I'm so used to just being in here and asking questions. How's everybody look? What are your predictions?
Yeah.
I got welcome to the crew. I mean, in some ways, it does build a nice bit of suspense and excitement. And then when you get that, it'll make the pod on the sort of the starting roster much more significant.
Yeah, when the depth chart comes out come week 1, it'll be very, very. That'll be an interesting breakdown.
Yeah. But welcome to my world, my friend. The world of infinite possibilities. The nice thing now is that the transfer portal, I don't know anyone. So I'm like, all of it will be a surprise. Our entire team changed. So great. I will look forward to learning all of them and their strengths and weaknesses over the coming season.
So here's some interesting notes about that, though. And I talked to Nam about this when it was kind of announced, and we were talking through it. And I think the first thing is having close practices. Yes, it builds that suspense. Yes, maybe you don't get the information in the practice breakdowns, but we, like you and I both know, like, what's the one thing that Wilcox really, really likes is gamesmanship. And I think installing a brand new offense with a brand new offensive coordinator, with a brand new quarterback, I think you're looking at the possibility of not showing your hand early on, right? I think this helps you in that case. Like, you're not giving up like, oh, the run game looks like the stronger point of this offense. Like we would have written on that. Like, if we were at practice and the run game looks better than the pass game coming out of this offense, like, well, we would have written about that, and we would have written about the pass concepts, and we so not having any of that, I think, helps with their gamesmanship, at least over like the first 2 to 3 games, because even after game 1, you're not going to be able to tell if that was just their menu and their game plan against Oregon State, or if that's the thing that they're going to do like every single week. So
yeah, we spend every year essentially on the first 4 podcasts trying to figure out what is what, and then we get the answers kind of mid-October. I've said this before too, but anyone that's upset about this, I think it's kind of silly. Like, pick your battles, and that's coming from me. I'm terrible at picking my battles, so take that advice. Secondly, I remember when I was with the team, like, I would play the role of spotter. So when we would have we had close practices with Tedford, so we wouldn't let anybody in, and I had a role, and anybody on the team, on the staff, had a role where if there was somebody that was in the stadium that was watching practice, we would then have security go up and grab them and take them out. But the other thing we had to do was we had to patrol Tightwad Hill. So or we had to like look at Tightwad Hill to make sure, and that would happen a decent amount, where someone would be up there probably just trying to look at the view, but it would be in the middle of practice, and we'd like send security up and they'd go and remove them from the hill. So I mean, Tedford was an offensive genius. Tedford was a lot of things, but as far as an offensive coach, it doesn't get much better than him. I would rather us borrow those types of practices if it thinks it gives us any edge. Like, why wouldn't we do it? And like the negative, it sounds like there was a little bit of a media thing, but I just don't understand it. I think that if it's better for the football team at the end of the day, like, why wouldn't we support that? At least for us, it's very easy. I don't know, maybe like there's certain members of the media that aren't fans, but at this point, like, if you've been covering this team for quarter century, like, you got to be a fan of the team to some degree, right?
Yeah, look, the couple things I'll add on to that is, one, it's only to satiate our own curiosity as fans. That's the only reason we would want practices to be open, right? From an editor of a sports website that covers Cal, my only thing is it generates content. As a fan, though, and that content satiates my curiosity about the team. But as you said, if it generates some sort of advantage, like, why wouldn't we take it? And then also added to that point, like, if you're a writer of this team, and let's say you have no affiliation to Cal, at the very least, you have to admit you'd much rather cover a team that's winning than losing.
Yeah.
Like that's just you know.
Ask the Giants beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Ask my Angels beat reporters how they felt over the last 6 years. So, yeah, I think it's purely for our own indulging, but we'll find out sooner or later. I mean, we're about halfway through the month, and at the end of August, we're playing football.
Yeah, we get our answer pretty fast.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
But yeah, I mean that's mostly like what Andy and I can talk about, you know, from a football standpoint. I guess the one more thing I'll add that's kind of interesting is the first few practices, because we get the media got to practice like not the full schedule, but like the day-to-day schedule. One of the cool things they did early on was that they split up practices into 2 practices. So they had the roster split in half, like they had a gold practice and then a blue practice. And what Wilcox said was it was due to being able to maximize their effort on specific guys. So, like, for the players, they only do 1 practice, but for the coaches, they're doing 2 practices with 2 separate groups of people. So I think it's to maximize the number of snap counts you get and to maximize the efficiency of not having to deal with 115 guys on the field all at once, but instead shrinking that down to half. So you have about 60 guys on the field, half a little bit, you know, not always 50-50, but around 50-50 on offense and defense. And so you can do a lot more quickly instead of waiting to sub guys in and out and figuring out who's going snap 1, snap 2, snap 3. Like you're just having guys being able to play all snaps throughout the entirety of like their, you know, hour 20-minute practice.
Interesting. So it's like kind of an efficiency thing?
I think so. Yeah. I talked to Jesse about this because I was curious what a coach's take was on it.
Yeah.
And he said he said that he said it was a thing that a lot of teams did during COVID. To also to do social distancing, right? Not have that many players on the field, which inadvertently resulted in this really good practicing program of being able to maximize snap counts for everybody.
Dude, I love it. When you can take good... I like love the idea of taking the learnings from COVID and still applying them today. Yeah. It's awesome. Are you able to say what Jesse's doing today or no? Is it a mystery?
What Jesse's doing today?
Yeah. Where's he coaching?
Oh, he's at Anna High School in Texas.
Oh, yeah. He's in Texas.
Yeah.
I love that.
Which, by the way, he sent me a video of like his high school's gym, and I kid you not, it looks better than the RSF.
What?
Yeah. I'll send you the video later. I kid you not. It looks better than the RSF. It's crazy. That's crazy. Texas is stiff. Texas high school football.